In the ever-turning wheels of modern life, where demands pile upon distractions and the quiet voice of our inner world is often drowned out, a profound truth emerges. The most important relationship we can nurture is the one we have with ourselves. It's a relationship that serves as the foundation for every experience, decision, and connection. Yet, how often do we truly pause to turn inward, to listen to our own needs and aspirations? The Buddhist wisdom, encapsulated in the words of the Buddha, reminds us, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. The act of focusing on oneself is frequently misunderstood as selfish or self-indulgent, but in reality, it is an essential practice of self-care and self-love, paving the way for clarity, resilience, and personal growth. Imagine a candle. Its light diminishes when shared with others, but only if the flame itself is not nurtured. By tending to our inner flame, we ensure it burns brightly, radiating warmth and illumination to the world around us. Self-focus begins with self-awareness, a conscious turning inward to explore the landscape of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It's about peeling back the layers of societal expectations and conditioning to uncover our true essence. This process is not an escape from reality, but a courageous journey into it. Through self-awareness, we gain the clarity to see the fears that hold us back, the beliefs that shape our perceptions, and the patterns that govern our behavior. With this awareness comes the power to make choices that align with our values and aspirations. Take the example of Elena, a teacher overwhelmed by the demands of her career and personal life. She began dedicating 15 minutes each day to journaling her thoughts. Over time, she noticed recurring themes of self-doubt and overcommitment. By acknowledging these patterns, Elena took deliberate steps to set boundaries at work and prioritize her well-being, transforming her days from chaotic to intentional. Her story illustrates how self-awareness is the first step in reclaiming our power to shape our lives. Self-reflection deepens this practice by inviting us to examine our experiences with curiosity and compassion. It's an opportunity to question assumptions, challenge limiting beliefs, and uncover the root causes of our struggles. Imagine sitting by a tranquil lake, watching ripples fade into stillness. This is the essence of self-reflection, creating a space where clarity emerges from the noise of daily life. Through this process, we uncover pathways to healing and transformation, laying the groundwork for a life filled with authenticity and purpose. In a world saturated with notifications, deadlines, and constant connectivity, external distractions pull us away from ourselves. The practice of self-focus calls for intentional detachment from these influences, not as an act of isolation, but as a reclamation of our energy and attention. Imagine decluttering a cluttered room, creating a sanctuary of calm. Similarly, by setting boundaries with technology and external demands, we create mental space for introspection and growth. One powerful tool in this endeavor is mindfulness. This ancient practice teaches us to anchor ourselves in the present moment, observing our thoughts and surroundings without judgment. Through mindfulness, we learn to redirect our attention from the chaos of the external world to the richness of our inner experience. A young professional named Raj practiced mindfulness during his commute, focusing on his breath instead of the endless scroll of his phone. Over time, this simple shift transformed his mornings from stressful to serene, allowing him to arrive at work with clarity and calm. Creating presence is another technique to counteract external distractions. Presence means fully immersing ourselves in the moment, whether we are savoring a meal, walking in nature, or engaging in conversation. It's about letting go of worries about the past or future and embracing the beauty of now. A retired artist, Clara, found solace in gardening. By tending to her flowers with full attention, she discovered a sense of connection and peace that extended beyond her garden into her daily life. Central to Buddhist teachings is the concept of impermanence, the understanding that all things are in a constant state of flux. Nothing, whether it's relationships, possessions, or even our own selves, is permanent. While this truth can initially feel unsettling, it ultimately offers liberation. By embracing impermanence, we release our grip on the transient aspects of life and open ourselves to deeper peace and contentment. Non-attachment complements this practice by encouraging us to let go of desires and expectations that tether us to suffering. It's not about denying our feelings, but cultivating a sense of inner freedom and equanimity. Consider the story of Hiroshi, a craftsman whose prized vase shattered during an earthquake. Instead of lamenting the loss, Hiroshi used the broken pieces to create a mosaic, turning destruction into art. This act of letting go allowed him to find beauty and purpose in impermanence. By releasing attachments, we also deepen our sense of interconnectedness. Recognizing that all things are temporary and interdependent fosters compassion and gratitude. A grandmother named Lila found profound peace in this perspective. She began each morning with a meditation of gratitude, appreciating the people and moments that made up her life. Her practice reminded her of the intricate web of connections that sustain us all. Mindfulness and meditation are the cornerstones of self-focus and inner peace. These practices invite us to quiet the mind and cultivate present-moment awareness. In doing so, they offer refuge from the noise of daily life and a pathway to deeper self-understanding. Meditation, in particular, is a transformative journey. Through practices like breath awareness, body scans, and loving-kindness meditations, we train our minds to become more focused and resilient. Imagine sitting in stillness, observing your thoughts as if they were leaves floating down a stream. Over time, this practice reduces stress, enhances clarity, and nurtures a profound connection with oneself. For Sarah, a mother of two, meditation became a lifeline during a period of overwhelm. Setting aside 10 minutes each morning, she found a space to breathe, reflect, and center herself. This daily ritual not only calmed her mind, but also improved her relationships, as she approached her family with renewed patience and understanding. Treating ourselves with kindness and compassion is a cornerstone of self-focus. Yet, many of us are our harshest critics, quick to judge ourselves for perceived shortcomings. The practice of self-compassion involves recognizing our inherent worth and extending the same empathy to ourselves that we would to a dear friend. Positive self-talk is a powerful tool for fostering self-compassion. By replacing critical inner dialogue with words of encouragement and understanding, we transform our relationship with ourselves. A student named Mark struggled with self-doubt after failing an exam. Through self-compassion, he reframed his failure as a learning opportunity, reminding himself of his strengths and resilience. This shift not only improved his confidence, but also motivated him to approach future challenges with a growth mindset. Self-care further reinforces self-love. Engaging in activities that nourish the mind, body, and spirit, whether it's taking a walk in nature, practicing yoga, or enjoying a creative hobby, honors our well-being. For Maya, a writer, self-care meant dedicating Sundays to solitude and reflection. These quiet days rejuvenated her energy and inspired her creativity, enhancing every aspect of her life. Boundaries are essential for protecting our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. They define acceptable behavior and interactions, ensuring that we maintain autonomy and respect in our relationships. By setting clear limits, we create space for authentic connection and self-preservation. A father named Carlos learned this lesson when balancing his work and family life became overwhelming. By establishing boundaries around his work hours, he created time for his children without sacrificing his own needs. This act of prioritizing self-care strengthened his relationships and restored his sense of balance. As we integrate these practices into our lives, the profound transformations they bring become evident. Each step towards self-focus deepens our connection with ourselves and enhances our ability to navigate life with grace and authenticity. And as you reflect on these teachings, consider joining our community at Buddhism in Modern Life. Subscribe to our channel for more insights and practices that illuminate the path to self-discovery and peace. Together, we can explore the transformative power of turning inward and embracing the journey of personal growth. The journey of self-focus evolves as we dive deeper into understanding the interplay between our inner world and the external forces that shape it. Focusing on oneself does not mean isolating from others or neglecting responsibilities, but aligning our actions and intentions with a sense of purpose and authenticity. This alignment fosters a life that resonates with clarity, balance, and fulfillment. One of the most profound aspects of self-focus is embracing vulnerability. Vulnerability often carries a negative connotation, associated with weakness or exposure. Yet, in truth, it is a source of immense strength and connection. To be vulnerable is to be authentic, to acknowledge our fears and imperfections without allowing them to define us. Imagine a woman named Sophia who struggled with the fear of failure. By opening up to her close friends about her insecurities, she not only deepened those relationships, but also found the courage to pursue her ambitions without being paralyzed by self-doubt. Vulnerability fosters trust and understanding, both within ourselves and in our relationships with others. Living authentically requires us to examine the masks we wear to meet societal expectations. These masks, though often protective, can disconnect us from our true selves. By practicing authenticity, we peel away layers of pretense and reveal the essence of who we are. Consider Daniel, a corporate executive who realized that his career no longer aligned with his values. Taking a leap of faith, he transitioned to a role that allowed him to contribute meaningfully to his community. Though the change was daunting, Daniel found a renewed sense of purpose and joy in his work. Authenticity empowers us to live in harmony with our values, even in the face of uncertainty. Balance emerges as a key theme in the practice of self-focus. In a world that often glorifies busyness and achievement, balance reminds us to honor all dimensions of our being: physical, emotional, and spiritual. It is about finding harmony between doing and being, action and rest. A young entrepreneur, Mira, discovered this through her own experience of burnout. By integrating mindfulness practices into her routine and setting realistic goals, she created a sustainable rhythm that supported both her professional success and personal well-being. Balance is not a static state but a dynamic process that requires ongoing attention and adjustment. Mindfulness becomes a cornerstone in cultivating balance. By bringing awareness to our thoughts and actions, we create a space to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Mindfulness invites us to approach life with a sense of curiosity and non-judgment, allowing us to navigate challenges with grace. Imagine a man named Luis, who used mindfulness to transform his approach to conflict. Instead of reacting defensively during disagreements, he paused to observe his emotions and communicate with clarity. This practice not only strengthened his relationships, but also deepened his self-understanding. Gratitude complements mindfulness by shifting our focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. It is a practice that enriches our perspective and enhances our sense of fulfillment. A retired nurse, Elena, began a daily gratitude journal, writing down 3 things she appreciated each evening. This simple habit transformed her outlook, bringing joy and contentment to her days. Gratitude is not about ignoring difficulties, but about finding light even amidst challenges. The journey of self-focus also involves creating space for joy. Joy is not merely the absence of hardship, but an active celebration of life's moments, big and small. It can be found in the laughter shared with a friend, the beauty of a sunrise, or the satisfaction of completing a task. A father named Amir rediscovered joy through playing music, a passion he had set aside for years. By dedicating time to this creative outlet, he not only enriched his own life but also inspired his children to explore their interests. Joy, when nurtured, becomes a wellspring of energy and inspiration. Letting go remains a recurring theme, as it allows us to release what no longer serves our growth. This includes not only material possessions but also outdated beliefs and unhealthy attachments. A woman named Clara found liberation in decluttering her home, an act that mirrored her inner transformation. As she let go of items tied to past regrets, she created space for new experiences and possibilities. Letting go is an act of self-compassion, a recognition that we deserve freedom from the weight of what we cannot change. Compassion, extended both inward and outward, deepens the practice of self-focus. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, especially during moments of failure or difficulty. A student named Raj struggled with perfectionism, often berating himself for small mistakes. Through self-compassion practices, he learned to embrace his imperfections and approach challenges with a growth mindset. This shift not only improved his academic performance, but also enhanced his overall well-being. Extending compassion to others creates a ripple effect that strengthens our connections and uplifts those around us. A community leader, Maya, exemplified this through her work with a local food bank. Her empathy and dedication inspired others to volunteer, creating a network of support that transformed lives. Compassion, like gratitude, is a practice that multiplies when shared. Resilience emerges as a natural outcome of self-focus. By building a strong foundation of mindfulness, authenticity, and balance, we develop the capacity to adapt and thrive in the face of adversity. A retired athlete, Victor, faced the challenge of transitioning to a new identity after his sports career ended. Through reflection and self-care, he discovered new passions and ways to contribute to his community, proving that resilience is not about avoiding change, but embracing it with courage and creativity. The interplay between self-focus and relationships highlights the importance of clear boundaries. Boundaries are not barriers but bridges that define how we engage with others while preserving our autonomy. A mother named Sophia learned to set boundaries with her extended family, balancing her own needs with her role as a caregiver. This act of self-respect not only improved her well-being, but also strengthened her relationships, as she could show up for her loved ones with greater presence and energy. As we delve deeper into the practice of self-focus, its transformative power becomes evident. It is a journey that invites us to explore our inner world, cultivate resilience, and create a life aligned with our values. Each step we take toward understanding and nurturing ourselves enhances our ability to contribute meaningfully to the world around us. And as you continue this journey, consider joining our community at Buddhism in Modern Life. Subscribe to our channel for more insights and practices that illuminate the path to self-discovery and fulfillment. Together, we can explore the boundless potential of living authentically and joyfully. Self-focus is a journey that continually evolves, inviting us to deepen our understanding of how our inner lives shape the world around us. As we enter the next phase of exploration, the focus turns to cultivating resilience, nurturing creativity, and finding strength in community. These elements are not separate but interwoven, forming a tapestry that supports a fulfilling and meaningful life. Resilience is often described as the ability to bounce back from adversity, but it is much more than that. It is the capacity to adapt, grow, and thrive in the face of life's challenges. For an elderly couple named Clara and George, resilience became their guiding principle after a devastating house fire. Instead of dwelling on their loss, they chose to see the situation as an opportunity to simplify their lives and rebuild a home that reflected their values. Their resilience inspired their neighbors, turning a personal tragedy into a community-wide effort of support and renewal. Building resilience begins with cultivating a mindset of curiosity and openness. Instead of fearing change, we can approach it with a willingness to learn and grow. A young teacher named Lena exemplified this when her school transitioned to online learning during the pandemic. Initially overwhelmed, she embraced the challenge by experimenting with creative teaching methods. Her adaptability not only enriched her students' experience, but also deepened her confidence in her ability to navigate uncertainty. Creativity emerges as a powerful ally in this process, offering new ways to express ourselves and solve problems. Engaging in creative activities, whether through art, music, writing, or innovative thinking, allows us to tap into our innate potential and discover new perspectives. A retiree named Victor found joy in woodworking, transforming discarded materials into beautiful furniture. This creative pursuit not only brought him personal fulfillment, but also inspired his community to view sustainability in a new light. Nurturing creativity requires us to let go of perfectionism and embrace playfulness. In a world that often prioritizes outcomes over process, allowing ourselves to create freely can be a liberating experience. Imagine a woman named Priya who took up painting as a hobby. At first, she worried about her lack of skill, but over time, she found joy in the act of creating itself. Her paintings became a celebration of color and emotion, reflecting her journey of self-discovery. Community serves as both a source and a reflection of our resilience and creativity. The relationships we build and nurture provide support, inspiration, and a sense of belonging. A neighborhood group that gathers weekly to share meals and stories exemplifies the power of community. Their connections deepen through shared experiences, creating a network of care that sustains them through both joyous and challenging times. Compassion lies at the heart of these connections. By showing empathy and kindness to others, we strengthen the bonds that hold us together. A man named Carlos, who volunteered at a local shelter, found that his acts of service not only uplifted those he helped, but also brought him a profound sense of purpose. Compassion, when practiced consistently, becomes a bridge that connects our individual growth to the well-being of the collective. At the same time, self-focus reminds us that true community begins within. The relationship we have with ourselves sets the tone for our interactions with others. By practicing self-compassion and honoring our needs, we create a foundation from which we can give authentically and generously. For a mother named Elena, this meant carving out time for her own well-being amid the demands of parenting. Her decision to prioritize self-care not only enhanced her energy and patience, but also modeled the importance of self-respect for her children. Balance is key in sustaining both personal and communal well-being. It involves recognizing when to give and when to receive, when to act and when to rest. A man named Anil found this balance through his involvement in a community garden. While he contributed his time and expertise, he also learned to accept help and support from others, creating a cycle of mutual growth and generosity. Mindfulness weaves through all these practices, anchoring us in the present and enhancing our capacity for resilience, creativity, and connection. By paying attention to our thoughts and actions, we become more attuned to the needs of ourselves and those around us. A musician named Sarah incorporated mindfulness into her rehearsals, transforming her approach to performance. Instead of striving for perfection, she focused on the joy of playing, creating music that resonated deeply with her audience. As we integrate these elements into our lives, we begin to see how self-focus enriches not only our own experience, but also the world we inhabit. Resilience gives us the strength to face challenges. Creativity opens new pathways for expression and innovation, and community provides the support and connection that make life meaningful. Together, these practices create a harmonious cycle of growth and fulfillment. Let us carry these lessons forward, embracing the power of resilience, creativity, and community to shape a life that reflects our deepest values. And as you reflect on these teachings, consider joining our community at Buddhism in Modern Life. Subscribe to our channel for more insights and practices that illuminate the path to living with intention and joy. Together, we can cultivate a world where self-focus and collective well-being thrive in harmony. As we conclude this journey into the transformative power of self-focus, it becomes evident that this practice is not an isolated endeavor, but a foundation for creating a meaningful legacy. By integrating mindfulness, resilience, creativity, and compassion into our lives, we set the stage for lasting impact on ourselves and the world around us. This final reflection ties together the insights gained, emphasizing the importance of alignment, intention, and action. Alignment is the thread that weaves together the many dimensions of self-focus. When our actions align with our values, we experience a sense of coherence and authenticity that permeates every aspect of life. Consider a writer named Lila who spent years chasing external validation through her work. It wasn't until she began writing stories that reflected her true passions that she felt a profound sense of fulfillment. Her authenticity resonated with readers, creating a connection that transcended words. Intention serves as a compass, guiding our choices and interactions. Living with intention means approaching each moment with purpose and presence, whether it's a simple act of kindness or a significant life decision. A young artist named Matteo embraced this principle when he decided to donate a portion of his earnings to a community art program. His intentional choice not only supported aspiring artists, but also deepened his connection to his own creative journey. Intention transforms ordinary actions into meaningful contributions. Action, rooted in alignment and intention, is where transformation takes shape. While reflection and planning are essential, it is through action that we bring our insights to life. A retired nurse named Clara, inspired by her lifelong commitment to caregiving, started a wellness workshop for seniors in her community. Her efforts created a ripple effect of well-being as participants shared their newfound vitality with others. Action bridges the gap between vision and reality, turning aspirations into tangible outcomes. Legacy emerges as the natural culmination of this journey. A meaningful legacy is not defined by accolades or material achievements, but by the impact we have on others and the values we uphold. It is the kindness we show, the wisdom we share, and the connections we nurture. Imagine a grandfather who plants a tree with his grandchildren, teaching them about growth, patience, and the interdependence of life. Long after he is gone, the tree stands as a living testament to his values and love. Gratitude plays a vital role in shaping a legacy. By appreciating the people and experiences that enrich our lives, we cultivate a sense of abundance and interconnectedness. A teacher named Anya made it a tradition to write letters of gratitude to her students at the end of each school year. These letters became cherished reminders of their potential and the impact of her encouragement. Gratitude not only enhances our present, but also inspires those around us to carry forward its light. Connection, both internal and external. It means building relationships that reflect empathy, respect, and mutual support. A neighborhood initiative to create a community garden exemplifies this principle. Through shared effort and collaboration, participants not only beautified their surroundings but also strengthened their bonds, leaving a legacy of unity and care. Reflection ties these elements together, offering an opportunity to pause and assess the path we've walked. Reflecting on our journey helps us celebrate progress, learn from challenges, and refine our intentions. A woman named Sophia dedicated an evening each week to journaling about her experiences. This practice deepened her self-awareness and helped her navigate life's complexities with clarity and grace. Reflection ensures that we remain aligned with our purpose and open to growth. As we integrate these principles into our lives, the ripple effects extend far beyond our immediate circle. The values we embody inspire others, creating a chain reaction of positivity and transformation. By living with authenticity, intention, and compassion, we contribute to a world that values connection and well-being. Let us carry forward these insights, using them to craft a legacy that reflects our highest aspirations. And as you reflect on this journey, consider joining our community at Buddhism in Modern Life. Subscribe to our channel to explore more teachings and practices that illuminate the path to fulfillment and purpose. Together, we can create a legacy of understanding, kindness, and shared humanity.